After the 2.0 update and addition of Phantom Liberty, there's a bunch of new and awesome weapons that you definitely should go and grab and try out for your build. Let's start it off with a very cool and unique one, the HERCULES. This is an iconic smart assault rifle that shoots explosive bullets, poisons your enemies, which makes them then take more critical damage, and when you kill them, they explode and leave a pool of acid behind. This is a beast as a smart weapon and is super fun to use. Definitely one to use if you like watching your enemies puff into a cloud of poison when they die. During the Road to Redemption side gig, you will find it in the lower levels of the weapon factory when it takes you there. There's a lot of enemies, so you will have to kill your way through, and make sure to explore this room very carefully until you find it here for yourself. Next up for number 2, it's an iconic katana called the Arekkz. This is perhaps one of the coolest visual katanas in the game, with its glowing red edge and increased damage to burning targets, but also having a chance to burn targets itself. It makes it pretty insane as your main weapon for any blade or melee build. This is located here on the map by going into this big building, and you can grab it for free during the main story mission Disaster Piece. However, if you want to come back here later, then you will need 20 tech to open this door in order to get it. If you didn't invest 20 points in tech, then don't worry, instead you can buy it from the black market vendor in Dogtown for some eddies, and then the blade is yours. For number 3, next is a awesome single shot powerful shotgun, the DEZERTER. This one deals insanely high damage and can wipe out groups of enemies at once and set them on fire, but it will also set you on fire when you kill someone with it. But while you're at low health, it will instead boost your speed and damage mitigation chance, so this thing's kind of dangerous to use but is a great panic weapon to deal a chunk of damage to an enemy or wipe a group of enemies altogether. You can find this one near the Terra Cognita fast travel point in Dogtown, and then once you're here, go inside the parking area and progress to this garage door, which will require a PIN code to open. Simply enter 1975 to open it up and grab this one for yourself. Next for number 4 is a new and improved version of the Guillotine. This is an iconic power submachine gun that packs a punch, and because it's a special version of this, an X Mod 2, it comes with improved handling and additional modification slots, making it perfect to pimp out with powerful mods. You can find it here on the map in the Dogtown area, in a small shack above street level. You will need to open a door which has a strength requirement, but I didn't get this on my capture and I've forgotten the amount, so if you come here, please comment below how much strength you need to open this door. But inside, the weapon will be yours to pick up. And next up for number 5 is another special iconic improved version of a weapon with better handling and additional mod slots. It's the Baseball Bat X Mod 2. It also comes with a chance to bleed and stun enemies, and because of those mod slots, it can be used to juice up to your taste. You can find this one just outside of the stadium area in Dogtown. Head up these concrete steps and run over to this spot that I'm at, and you will find it tucked away behind some boxes at the back of this dead end. Pretty hidden, right? And next for number 6 is an iconic tech submachine gun that is pretty nuts because it can penetrate obstacles without even having to be charged up. So if tech weapons is your thing, then you should probably be using this in your build. This is found in the southwest of Dogtown, inside of the criminal activity area here on the map. You will basically need to kill everything in this area, and then make it all the way to the end, where you will take on an epic boss called Ross Ulmer in his exo suit. By defeating him, you will get his access card to the loot room, which features this gun inside for you to take. Next for number 7 is the Baby Boomer iconic baseball bat. This has a chance to bleed and stun, but with its special perk, it deals increased critical chance as you deal consecutive hits to an enemy, making it a competitive option for a club melee build. This one is obtained during the side job Dazed and Confused. However, you will have to pick the morally questionable ending where you do not revert Tool back to his normal self. It's a bit unfortunate, but this seems to be the only way to get it from our testing. And next up, number 8 is for the long-ranged players out there. It's Sparky, an iconic power sniper rifle, and if you like going for headshots, this one will emit electric bolts on each headshot landed because it's been modified by scavs and has a huge 250% headshot damage multiplier. You can find this one here on the map inside of the criminal activity in this area of Dogtown. You'll need to clear out the whole area, and there's a ton of loot in this place, but after everything and the boss is defeated, you can grab this sniper rifle in this side room, and then it's yours. Next up for number 9, it's the pistol CHEETAH. This one has high headshot damage, crit damage, and a chance to bleed enemies, but it's also boosted by its iconic perk that makes closer targets to you have a higher chance to be critical hit or to bleed, and torso hits deal increased damage, making this one quite the nice little pistol if you can get over the way it looks. You will get this during the no easy way out side job, and you must reject Angie's deal and then kill her and loot it off of her, and then it's yours to take. But for number 10, we have an iconic power assault rifle, and it's also very easy to get and applies a special debuff on enemies with headshots. It says, headshots temporarily weaken and mark enemies. In this weakened state, enemies move slower, cannot use their abilities, deal less damage, and are more prone to losing their balance. This works great on bosses and melee targets, and is fantastic because you can headshot them to apply the weakness and then switch to another weapon while keeping that debuff on the enemies. You can get this one by visiting your apartment in Dogtown after the mission, Lucretia My Reflection, which is an early story mission, so you can get this pretty easily and early in Dogtown in your apartment with just a little story progress. But what weapons are you using and have found to be super powerful? Hook us up with your knowledge down in the comments below so we can all learn together as a community. And check out these two videos on the screen now, or the other videos we already have on the channel. With so much stuff coming your way soon, you won't want to miss out, so stay subscribed, check out these two videos, and then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.